Hello, good morning, and welcome to episode 42 of Nebula Quest. I am Noden, your host, as always. So, I should do some. Let's have a little chat here for a minute. So, you may have noticed there's been a slight lapse lately. Can I want to unselect this real quick. Unlock destination. There we go. There's been a slight gap in our broadcasts, our regularly scheduled broadcasts, and that is because I took a little bit of a vacation. I took a YouTube vacation, basically. I need to just turn this down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, so for a few months now, anyways, geez, it's gonna be 6 months. I've been doing like a video like every day. Mostly every day. It's been 6 months. I don't know how long it's been. It's been ages, and just need a little breaky. There's a lot of little stresses that kind of go into it, and then I know I talked about last month, like my work week. Last month work was crazy, and it really like threw me off. So I just needed some time to collect myself, and yeah, I think I have done that. I've been doing a lot of fun little projects and doing a lot of little things that I haven't had time to kind of get going before, or didn't feel like I had time to get going before, and I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling feeling refreshed and ready to conquer the world. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's like I said, like this YouTube thing it's a hobby, but with the consistency that I've been trying to, have, it requires effort, and on top of like a full time job, it can be a bit daunting sometimes. And yeah, that was it. Just needed a little vacay. So took a little vacay and kept going to work, which I mean sucked, but just didn't upload anything, didn't record anything, didn't do anything. So it's now like Wednesday, and I'm trying to I'm gonna try to get a bunch of recording done today. I'm not gonna say that this week everything's gonna be out, but we'll have something on the channel, a few things on the channel this week. Anyways, that's the point. But I have been doing some very fun things and some weird things and having some weird experiences, and I just wanted to talk about them because that's what I do here on the Nebula Quest. And I just wanted to check out. I noticed at the end of the last episode, which is some time ago now, that there was another star over here. And we still haven't found it yet, but it's a whole planetary system, I should say. And I wanted to get over here and scan it before it was too late. There we go, thank you. Okay. Before I lost it and everything bad things happened. I'm also running this through, for the moment, through a new audio device. I have got on my left here, right down there, a mixing board now. So everything's kind of going through a mixing board, and I'm just running a single channel into the computer instead of running two channels. Just trying it out. I don't know exactly how well it's going to work yet. Actually, for one, I know I'm replacing this mixing board. It's got some faults that I don't that are not great, that I don't love. Just minor things, but it is nice. It's really nice for being able to control my audio levels. I get a lot more fine-tuned controls, and then I can also control all my sounds sort of on the fly a little bit. Not all of them, but I can control some of them. So basically I've got the audio from the computer coming out into the mixing board, and then mixing with the mic sound, like with the audio from the mic, and then going back out to the computer. I'm hoping there won't be a delay. There shouldn't be, but we'll see how it goes. It's still running through my audio, what is it, M Audio? Yeah, my M Audio M-Track 2 audio interface, and that's been giving me some. I've got some questions on that. Like if that's not giving me some issues as well. One of the issues I'm having, and I think I've talked about this before, but where is my monitors, my studio audio monitors, when like if they've been off for a while, like not playing anything, but turned on, like they sometimes don't pick up that there's like audio trying to go through them right away, and I've got to like fiddle with the volume like or as I found has helped a lot is turn the whole mixing board on and off, just to like, hey, yeah, there's stuff trying to come through you again. I don't know, it's very odd, like, and it just won't play through it. So that's one thing, and I don't know if that's part of, I don't know where that problem is coming from, per se. I suppose, I just don't know. I know that there's audio going to, for instance, the mixing board, so it's got to be at the speaker level. And I know that I'm pretty sure it was at the speaker level anyways, because the speakers do their thing independently too. So it's like the right speaker will come on, but the left one won't right away. It gets very weird. I don't know if that's a like kind of a known problem with this brand or with like powered speakers in general or what. I have no idea. I wouldn't think so, but I just don't have the experience to be able to back up and say, oh yeah, it's because of this. So, and I haven't been able to find anything like online about it I mean, I haven't looked extensively, but it bugs me a little bit, and I haven't found anything immediately to fix it. So, but it's not, I don't know. First world problems. Your expensive speakers don't work. Um, but yeah, one second. Sip of water. Out of practice. Did we get this? Jesus. But yes, one of the things that I have been doing whilst I have been off is I have been doing some drawing. I used to draw a lot as a kid, and kind of got away from it, like away from the whole, I should say, like creating art, like visual art, thing for a long time, and recently, like had a desire to get back into drawing, and so I've been kind of like messing around with that. And I think I talked about how I picked up a graphics tablet, so I could like input some things into the computer or whatever and learn to draw in the new fangled way on what on the computer is like. And so I've been doing some of that, and it's been actually really fun. Like I'm trying to do quote unquote a drawing a day. It's nowhere near that, but I keep using the day titles. Like but the last couple have been really good. Like I put a lot of like work into them, like 4 or 5 hours into them, and they're still very rough and very not good. Like, and I can see how much I've developed even in a very short amount of time just from doing it again. So I'm actually really happy with how that's going, and I'm kind of excited to be doing it again, to be, I don't know, just creating something in a, wow, Jesus Christ, creating something physical, because I do a lot of like sort of audio voice work stuff now, but I don't do any like real creation. Like all my content that I usually create is humor, question mark. Like it's just sort of there. Is it just me? Does this sound a lot more podcasty than usual? Like, does this episode sound a lot more podcasty? I don't know what it is. I feel like I sound a little bit more weird. Like, demure. Not demure, that's not the right word, but I don't know. This episode seems to be lacking energy or something. Anyways, ow. Yes, I've been doing lots of little drawings. I drew our good friend Pat Rock as a, like, general or something from the War of Independence. I don't know where that came from. I was looking at some what was I going to do? Oh, I was looking at some, Jesus, can we get this sentence out? I was looking at some images to kind of get an idea for drawing a captain, like a sea captain, and then this picture came up, and I was looking at it and I could just see like I could just picture, for whatever reason, I pictured Pat in that uniform, so I just started drawing Pat in that uniform with a weird haircut, and then, anyways, I thought it was funny, but, and then, I drew, what was the other one? Oh, I did, a cat, which is based off of my cat, Brie Cheese, but, it's not her, but it's based off of her, and, I'm actually really happy with how that one turned out, but I'm going to try to put pictures on here if I remember to do these things, but God knows I probably won't. I haven't figured out what to do with them yet. Like, I don't know if that's something that you could really post. Like, it's not something that, like, Instagram is really about, I don't think. Like, it's not a picture, right? Like, you didn't just find this in the world and take a picture of it. But then I find people use Instagram for all kinds of weird things, so I just don't know what to do with it yet. Figure it out. Like, is there, I suppose, like, deviant art is one of those places where people kind of share their drawings, what, like, they make, but that's not really, like, it's not really deviant art, like, style. Like, this is sort of like, I suppose, sort of manga-y, cartoony regardless. Like, it's very cartoony. It's not, like, photorealistic or anything like that, and I could never draw that way anyways. But I don't know, it's just, I don't know what to do with it. Like, it's just one of those, and I don't know why I feel compelled like I need to do something with it either. Like, I suppose, part of this social media world that we live in now is that we have to share everything for whatever goddamn reason, and we're compelled to do so, and I'm compelled to share it. I just don't know what platform to do it on, and I don't know exactly why I'm compelled to share it either, considering it's also very basic. It's not really good, right? So I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. Yeah, yeah. But drawing's fun. It's good times. And then the worst of it is that, and then I start like imagining projects that are way beyond my ability. I'm like, because I thought up the other day of, well, both I thought up a story, and then I've been listening to a new audiobook. What is the bottom one? Oh, The Red Queen, which I thought would be a fucking amazing anime series. Now, obviously, I can't do anime. I don't know how to animate shit, and it's way beyond my ability to, like, do a whole anime series, but, oop. Okay, nobody needs to know about this right now. That shouldn't even be fucking beeping. Why is that giving me an audio reminder? Like, the phone's set to silent. What was I talking about? Oh, right. So, Red Queen, a great anime, and then I got a story thing when did I come up with that? I don't know. Just came up with a story idea, which I thought was really good, and I thought could work as an anime series, but, or a manga series. Actually, I thought it would work really well as a manga series. But again, that's something that's way beyond. I'm like, oh, it's like, oh yeah, we're just gonna, go from you haven't drawn anything in 15 years to, oh, here you go, we're gonna draw a whole, like, book. Like, no, you can't do that. You don't have that ability. Hold your horses, sit on the story for a while, and, maybe develop the actual story, and then when your drawing has got up to like a level, we'll consider it again, kind of a thing. But still, ideas floating, they're out there. Just, having fun. What was I gonna say? Oh, so, and Red Queen. Yes, fantastic. I gotta see if there's another book in the series, because it's fairly short. Like, it's only like 15 or 16 hours, I want to say. And it's really good. Actually, it's really. There's a lot of things actually that I want to look up with this. Because the other thing I wanted to look up with it was whether or not, like, who the person who did the reading for it is. I don't know this, but I feel like it's like one of her first books that she's, like, done the voice work for, because she starts off and it's really shaky, but now that it's like almost over, like, you can hear the progression that, like, the reader has gone through, and she's much more comfortable doing the readings now. but I don't know who the reader is offhand either. But it is a really good book. I'm not. It, Again, it sort of follows in a line. Let's slow down here because we're gonna crash otherwise. That's what we do. It's one of those. I don't even know where kind of. It's sort of I would say it's young adult fiction. I should say. Probably it's like a strong female lead young adult fiction-y book. It's a whole genre, and but it is a pretty good story. It reminds me of a lot of things. The story is fairly predictable, but it's good, sort of like fluffy, like listen to it while you're like doing something else or at the gym or whatever, and you can enjoy it. There's like, enough laughs and like thrills that it kind of gets time going, but without all of the like I was talking before about how I had been listening to a nonfiction book, and which was really interesting, and I really enjoyed it, but it was too dry. Like it couldn't hold my attention enough that it distracted me enough from the things that I was doing. So I found it to be ineffective in what I need out of an audiobook. So then I'd listen to a Jean Le Carré book. Jean Le Carré is one of my favorite authors. Actually, he's my favorite author. And that was really good. And I was just going to pick up another one of his books, but then I decided to take a chance on this one and really enjoy it. And it is perfectly distracting. It is, like I say, it's a bit predictable. It's a bit juvenile, but it's not less fun for it. So don't judge a book by its genre or what shelf it's on at the bookstore. Yes. That's one of those weird. Actually, that is a weird one too, because I used to work at a bookstore, and you've got a lot of, like, our bookstore was small. It was and very basic. We had a large fiction section. Our fiction section wasn't really subdivided. There was a sci-fi section. I think that was the biggest separation, I will say. And then you have like nonfiction, and then the nonfiction was separated into a number of things, different categories. But is that everything in here? I think. Nope, I got one right there. But like you go to chapters or something like along those lines, and there's just so many categories of, like mystery or young adult and women's lit or romance, and I can, to a certain extent, I can see those being separated for the ease of certain people finding them, but really they're all just most of those could just all go into fiction, and then you aren't segregating people by what they like, or making people, you're not having people being judged for what section they're standing in. And for somebody who has social issues as I do, and maybe doesn't want to be seen standing in the young adult section as a 30-year-old man, or feels like that might seem inappropriate, that's something to think about. Why would you alienate a customer base, especially in bookstores, which are, let's admit it, something that aren't going to be around forever necessarily. So yeah, it's a very strange, it's a very strange, I don't know, understand why they've always felt the need. When I first went to a big bookstore, before Chapters was in my city, and we used to go to Barnes and Nobles in Detroit somewhere. Probably something like that. And but like, you know, like one of those big box bookstores, and you're like, oh, this is amazing because they're so big and there's so many books, and but like, yeah, there's so many sections, and then it's so weird. And I don't know why. Like, I don't know how much easier is it to find, you know, a book if it's separated that way, other than like your section, or your M section for, you know, authors, or your mix and your max or whatever like that, is slightly smaller to actually search through. Like, I just don't know. I don't know. I suppose maybe it's easier maybe to stock the shelf as well. You have to move less stuff when you need to put a book in. Again, and what's just and we still separate like fiction, and nonfiction still needs to be separated into many things, and that's whatever. But like, fiction is fiction. Like, you don't need that many different subcategories, do you? Do you really? Like, even like amongst publishers, there's a big difference in how the authors are treated depending on which section they write for. And I find that very strange. All right, let's jump. Let's do a jump here. Galactic powers are now in effect. You will note I had to update the game just before I came in here, which I often do. Oh, why is that weird now? Okay, take me to my current location. Just because I'm zoomed out a lot. Did they? Maybe I've been playing so much SOTOR that it could be that I'm not used to which mouse buttons do things now. Let's head down further. Okay, so that's my star. So yeah, we're gonna head over to where? What looks pretty? Let's head this way, roughly. There we go. We're just gonna make this first jump, and then we will bugger off, as they say. I'm trying to think of something special to do for episode 44, and I can't think of anything specific to do. Oh, just while we're doing this, because it's big news right now, and it just happened sort of like this morning, really, is, well, yesterday and this morning, is oh, great. The New Horizons spacecraft, which has been traveling towards Pluto for the better part of 9 years, I think 9 years, has made its flyby, and everything's worked amazingly. So you've probably seen some really cool photos online of Pluto, our dwarf planet there, and it's actually really fucking amazing. One of the things I saw today was that, however long it was, I'm going to say it was 9 years, just out of a 9-year trip, the time that they arrived was 72 seconds, like, basically from where they expected it to be. Like, they were within 72 seconds of their estimated travel time. And that's not bad over a 9-year or whatever it was trip, or 6-year trip. That is some crazy accuracy. Way to math, man. Way to math. And with that comment, I will leave it here, and I will see you guys next time. Hopefully, it will be short. I don't know if there will be a Nebula quest on Sunday or not yet. That's a little bit up in the air, but I'm going to try to get one out for you. And until then, or not then, and the next time, ciao, I love you. Good night.